just discovered a few leaks from episode 2 of The Amazing Digital Circus. And one of these leaks contains as many secrets as the shot with the cleverly placed Pomni bedroom frame. So be sure to watch until the end, as you wouldn't want to miss any of these episode 2 leaks that recently appeared on the Glitch Productions website. On their Wacky Watch website, they updated the video announcement of The Amazing Digital Circus with a VHS-style commercial featuring Pomni lying in her bed, asleep. And it can theoretically be assumed that this might be Pomni's bedroom. In the first episode of The Amazing Digital Circus, Ragatha reveals that each circus member gets their own room. So for the audience, it won't be a surprise that this is likely Pomni's room where she sleeps. For some, this may be the end of speculation, but if you look closely, there is much more than meets the eye. What I noticed is that on the website, it seems like the video of Pomni sleeping is being watched or recorded on Wacky Watch by Kane. Well, we know that Wacky Watch by Kane has the ability to sense when a circus member enters emptiness. This sleeping Pomni frame, being watched through Wacky Watch, suggests that Wacky Watch by Kane is either connected to cameras throughout the circus or can see everything like an optimistic eye, watching over all circus members since they all live in a digital world, akin to a video game. However, I believe it can be said that Wacky Watch can see everything, a capability we didn't know about before. This fits, considering that Kane himself is an AI that can teleport anywhere at his own will. Everything, except for that, confirms that Kane is the circus god, a part of the game that holds everything together and goes precisely as it should in his own way, of course. Thinking about it, I started to wonder why Kane wants to watch Pomni at all. Well, I think one of the possible theories points to the second episode. Perhaps Pomni may start causing chaos in the circus, especially at night when all characters are in their rooms, trying not to get caught, attempting to distract Kane, or worse, sneaking out. Kane may get tired of this and may discover her plan on his own, or he may find her plan through another circus member. This could force Kane to start keeping a closer eye on her, even when she's asleep, making her either embrace her fate in the digital circus or resort to more extreme measures to escape from the digital prison she finds herself in. And although this is quite interesting, I am really intrigued by how the rooms of other characters look. We see Pomni's room in her color scheme and decorations matching her design. And if we look at Kaufmo's room, it's the same color scheme as Kaufmo, with funny portraits that, for some reason, as you can see, make each character's room look individually designed. And if we look at Ragatha's room, it's the exact same color scheme as in her act, with chess patterns, as she is a chess piece. Her room might also be adorned with chess accessories. Zubal's room is likely to be very colorful and almost like a rainbow, similar to her design on the show, somewhat resembling random shapes and color schemes on her body. Jax's room is likely to be purple, yellow, red, and it will surely have some contraband items such as bowling pins and other objects he can destroy or ruin the days of other circus members, since he seems to have a more destructive behavior in the circus. Finally, there's Gangle, and we've practically seen a picture of his room before, showing numerous cracked comedy masks and a monotonous black and white color scheme with a lonely mirror and death. The rest of the room is immersed in darkness, and we see the floor in a chess order. This leads me to think that Gangle has more than we actually think, and maybe we'll see the dark side of Gangle in the upcoming episodes. But if you thought that was all, you were wrong, as I found many more secret leaks about episode 2. Several images were uploaded to the Glitch Productions Twitter page, which, in my opinion, could be used in the second episode of The Amazing Digital Circus. The first image is a snapshot of Kane flexing without any lighting or texture, and I don't think this shot will be of great significance for the pilot episode. But, to me, it looks quite comical. Another image uploaded to the Glitch Productions Twitter account is this image shown here, with Pomni sitting and looking disappointed about something. In my opinion, this Pomni render resembles the final scene of The Amazing Digital Circus, where Pomni thoughtfully stares into space, contemplating her existence in this digital circus, seemingly with no way out. Perhaps this will be used at the beginning of the second episode, showing that Pomni still hasn't gotten used to her new life in the digital circus, or maybe something will happen to her during the second episode, causing her to sit and look absent-mindedly, as shown in this shot. A few more clues from episode 2 that I found relate to the episode's plot. The creator of The Amazing Digital Circus, Gooseworks, said that each episode will focus on different characters throughout the entire season, which consists of 8 episodes. Although it's currently unclear whether the pilot episode is considered the first episode of the show, at this point, we don't know what the next episode of The Amazing Digital Circus will be about. However, there's a theory that the next episode will focus on the beloved character Jax, as Gooseworks was asked about the second episode in a Tumblr Q&A and simply replied, "Depression." While this may seem like a simple joke as a response, if we look at Jax's behavior in the pilot episode, we can start piecing together all the elements. It's known that Jax is not very friendly to other circus members, and generally has an uninterested atmosphere, which can sometimes be a sign or symptom of depression. Being in this digital circus, it's not surprising that residents may feel homesick and slowly lose their sanity, starting with depression. I think this adds more fuel to the fire of his abstraction in the second episode, as we've already discussed how you need to check after this video. It's also important to note that Gooseworks was asked for a hint about the second episode in a Q&A, and their response was that no one came close to guessing its content. This is exciting for Jax fans, because everyone is theorizing that Jax will abstract in the second episode. And even if this answer is very vague, it doesn't entirely rule out the possibility of Jax abstracting, but it may be a hint that it won't happen. Another clue from episode 2 that I found is a possible release date, using various hints such as social media, production time for the first episode, and other clues released by the show's creator Gooseworks. I believe we can determine a general release date for the second episode. The first information about the release date of the second episode actually comes from the release date of another show by Glitch Productions' Murder Drones, and the next episode of the show has a release date in the spring of this year, meaning that episode 2 of The Amazing Digital Circus may come out after that, or hopefully even sooner. It's interesting to note that Glitch Productions released other episodes of Murder Drones very quickly, releasing a new episode every 2 months before its latest episode, episode 6, which came out 4 months ago, with The Amazing Digital Circus releasing 2 months after that. Therefore, if we assume that Glitch Productions will stick to this release schedule, I think it's reasonable to assume that we may see a new episode of The Amazing Digital Circus within a month or two. This is also supported by the fact that the show is incredibly popular, and waiting for a new episode may lead to a loss of momentum and popularity in the community, which the creator likely wouldn't want. But it's also entirely possible that we could see the episode after episode 7 of Murder Drones due to the excitement surrounding the show, compelling the producers to make it as soon as possible, although they will, of course, still want to make it really well. If I had to guess, I would say it will probably be released in January or February, but of course, I can't say that for sure. The only thing I can say with certainty is that we know it's coming very soon. But let me know some of your theories in the comments, and I can cover them in a video. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and hit that like button on this video.